Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third annual Steinway Classic 2014. I'm Upstate Al. I'm going to step out of the booth and hand it over to Michael Fingers, Michael Badstubner. And the match that's coming up, that's going to be on the featured table, is going to be between these players here. Shaun Wilkie and Warren Kiamco for the hot seat. We're going to have Michael Badstubner, Michael Fingers sitting in the booth alongside Tony Robles, Joey DeVito, and Andre. Not sure his last name, but they'll introduce themselves as they arrive to the booth. So I'm going to step out, and we're going to hook up Michael Fingers with the number one headset so that we can keep all of this calculated. We got a lot of headsets on board now. Okay, guys, stand by. This is going to start up as soon as both players practice at least a rack apiece.
U.S. Open and World Championship record straight for 200-ball run in the semifinals at Bustamante. He beat 201 last year. 250 off the bat from Stu McCann. 300 for Darren Appleton. We got 250 from Stu McCann. That's a good buy. 300 for Darren Appleton. Just so you know, he's played this thing twice. The first year, third place. Last year, second place. Anybody see the pattern? 250 going once to Stu McCann. We're going with Darren Appleton. I'll take 275. Darren Appleton. You know what for 275? Oh, that really is good. Stu really good. 250 going once. 250 going twice. 275 for Darren Appleton. Anybody? Okay, sold to Stu McCann. I think it's a great buy. It's almost like a lot from top four. All right, that's it. Thanks for everybody participating. Oh, the field. That's right. All right. I forgot. We have to do the field here. So we got, how many players here? We got Incheller, Keens, Clark, Landy, Benton, Leitch, Patrici, and Forehand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players in the field. So I guess a 25. I want the field for 25. Anybody want the field for 10? I'll take the field for 10. Anybody want the field for 20? 10 play once to me. Bob the Dicker's not a bad buy actually. $10 for the field. Okay, 10 going twice. And so 2. Spears. That's going to be good fight between two of them. Older senior great players. We have Eames versus Jimmy Sosu. Boxes versus Christian. We have Leaf versus Landy. And Benjamin versus Cohen. It's the 11 round. 12:30, we have Mike Davis playing Scotland's Johnny Fulcher. That's a good match. We got Frank Hernandez playing Frank Arbot. We got Earl McCurry, Strickland versus Tony Robles. That's going to be a great match. 12:30 tomorrow. Right. Also 12:30, we got Zion Zazie versus Earl Herring. We got Shane Van Barney versus Mike Lucchesi. And we got Jeremy Latno versus Johnny Archer. And we also have Germany's Ralph Eckert versus Ed Quinn. That's all at 12:30. At 2 p.m., we have Jeff Crawford versus Kevin Clark. We got Scotland's Jason Shaw versus Tom Leitch. We got USA top player Dennis Hatch versus another top USA player Mike DeShane. That's going to be a good one. Hatch and DeShane. That's 2 p.m. We got Lombardo and Jonathan Smith also 2. We also have Carter versus Clark. Redemption versus William. Another feature match, we got Darren Appleton versus Shaun Wilkie. 4 p.m., the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee, against Charles Eames. You want to catch a Black Widow, she'll be there at 4 o'clock tonight. We have Mike Davis versus Danny Christian. John Schmidt versus Bergman. That's going to be a good one between two potential Estonia teammates. Schmidt and Bergman. 4 p.m. We got Robles versus Yedman. Really good matchup.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in Steinway watching the Ginky Memorial, the third anniversary. This is the hot seat match. Shaun Wilkie is playing Warren Kiamco. My name is Michael Badstubner. You guys know me as Fingers. I'm going to be joined in a booth here in a minute by Tony Robles and Joe DeVito.
How you doing, guys?
Looks like Wilkie won the leg. He's going to take the break.
Check 1, 2.
Wilkie's been playing great this event. So is Warren, apparently, to get into the finals on the winner's side. I anticipate a good match.
This should be a good matchup here. Shaun's been playing a very strong tournament, grinding it out, and Warren's have been beating a lot of these players with relative ease, kind of.
Right.
Some of the top players. Warren's always been tough.
Yeah, Warren is always going to be one of the top players around here.
I mean, he breaks decent. You know, he breaks pretty well. He kicks amazing.
Yeah.
He plays position amazing. He billiards amazing. He does everything great.
Right.
He doesn't have too many weaknesses at all, if any.
He's been playing really great this match, this tournament.
And Shaun has one of the most smashing breaks I've ever seen.
Yeah, he puts a lot into it.
It looked like he took a little off that one. Ooh, look at that. Wow.
Oh, wow, that almost went
It's a
in.
miracle with him going.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to the World Straight Pool tomorrow.
Yeah,
Starts
that's
tomorrow
gonna
at
be
11 a.m. here at Steinway Billiards.
It's going to be real good. Wilkie was a bit fortunate that he didn't really leave Warren anything. He's going to have to push. I wouldn't recommend kicking at this, right? You have to push somewhere, right, Tony?
Yeah, you definitely need to push. You'll probably push for a tough save for a kick somehow.
Yeah. I think he's going to get the worst of this, though, by pushing out.
Well, he's probably going to tie the 9 with the 10, or I don't know. I guess not. I mean, I'm not sure if he wanted to do that, but he probably felt like he didn't have a choice. But if he did tie the 9 up with the 10, I mean, he would have left the cue ball obviously closer to the 1 ball.
Right.
But, you know, Shaun, if he hits this perfectly and if he gets it to go in a dead straight line up and down, he could potentially end up leaving the cue behind a 3, 6, or 5.
Exactly.
7.
Exactly. That's what I meant. You know, no matter where he pushed, I figured Warren was not going to get the best of it.
Oh, he didn't hit it as thin as he would have liked, though. He needed to hit a little thinner so that way it comes up and down a straighter line.
He left Warren distance. I don't see him cutting at this ball. He could play one rail, bank it up by the 8, and try and get behind, behind the 9 to play safe.
That was a nice save.
Yeah, that worked out real good. A little too much speed with the cue ball, but he got him with the 8, which would be a better safe, I think, than if he would have left him short and just got him with the 9. It's a tougher ball to hit there with that 8 blocking him real good.
Can't tell from here. He might be able to kick off the rail.
Oh, maybe just spin underneath the 8?
Right.
Yeah.
He might be able to see the edge. I think that's what he's looking at. If he can hit it thin enough, he could potentially put him behind the 4 and the 3. Right, that's what he's trying to do, the 4 and the 3.
Yeah, he could see it. Wow. Good shot.
I mean, the 1 was going to be stopped by the 8 anyway,
Yep.
automatically. So all you have to do is just see enough of the ball to hit it. See, now Warren here, I've seen him shoot this kick shot many times. He actually hits his kick shot very well. Comes off one rail, hits a 1 in the bottom, and then stop the 1 in front of the 9 and puts a cue ball somewhere like in front of the 9. See, that's what he was trying to do, you see? But he hit it on the wrong side. He was trying to hit it fuller. It's a tough kick either way you look at it.
Yeah. Well, he's going to leave Shaun a good chance to to get out of the gate first. He's got to play this up and down if he goes in the side pocket. He might choose to play it in the corner pocket and come 1 rail back across. A little bit harder shot. That's what he's going to do, it looks like.
Yeah, you have to play in the corner because you have too much traffic to deal with if you play in the side pocket.
Exactly. And no matter where the cue ends up, the 2's dead, right in the middle of the table, he's going to end up with a shot.
Yeah, if he decides to draw this, he just has to be careful not to draw it too much and end up behind the 9 because this is a new cloth. You know how easy it is to draw the ball.
Yeah. There you go. He's off and running now.
Would you consider running into the 4 here, like bumping it lightly?
I don't
if you have that angle, see, that's what he's looking at.
I think he can get inside the 4. I don't
he just
think
has to make sure that he hits it very lightly because he doesn't want to move it too much. He still wants to play it in the side, you know?
Good shot. I thought he could have got inside the 4 a little bit and not have to go into it, but
he almost missed that one. Did you see that?
Bobbled it in there. He's been playing real good, though.
Oh, yeah, he's been playing very solid throughout the entire event. Had a close call with George Rodriguez, 9-8, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think he's been thinking real well. You know what I mean? His thought process has been real good. The one drawback I would have to say if he's got a fault so far is that he'll get up on a shot, he'll think about it real good, but he'll get up on it and 1-stroke it.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get like what I call cocky mode. When you get into cocky mode, you get a little cocky and then you end up taking the shot for granted just because it's in front of the pocket. You don't really give yourself enough time to really zone in on that specific target on the object ball like you normally do.
Well, he missed a real easy combo on that set against George to get out. And he thought about it.
Look, you see, look at that.
Yeah, that's.
And that's just carelessness. I mean, as much as I hate to say that, but it's like you could tell he struggled reaching it, and he paid more attention to the cue ball than he did the object ball.
Yeah, I don't think he needed to go all that inside. He played with a lot of inside. You know, he could have just came back towards the center of the table.
Yeah.
You know, without trying to overspin it.
Would you play this 8 in the same pocket?
From here, probably.
I mean, he has a natural angle to get there. So.
Exactly.
And I'm assuming he wanted to leave the cue ball there because maybe the 9 doesn't go past the 10. I don't know. It's hard to tell from here.
I don't think it does. But I think he definitely didn't want to be right on the rail. You know, you don't want to have to really jack up to play this shot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a tough shot being on the rail
Yeah.
like that. I don't care what you're shooting. If you're frozen on the rail, it's difficult.
Yes, it's not a give me.
Especially because he had to do something with the cue ball. You know what I mean? It wasn't just a simple shot. He had to do something to try and get better position on the 9.
Now he's going to try to get on the left side of the 9 here, right?
Yeah, he should. If he can get there, he's got to play with inside the holder coming back down the table.
And that's usually an indicator that he doesn't feel comfortable with the 9-10, which I don't blame him for that because it's not, I mean, you have to hit this ball so perfectly to come off the long rail and end up dead straight with the 9 or the 10.
Yeah.
The 9-10 combo, so.
He could play it in the top right corner and kind of force it around with center ball and come 3 or 4 rails. He can let his stroke out. He can hit it firm. He's not going to roll off. Hit it with authority, you know, and hit it confidently. And just let the cue run because it's going to go 3 or 4 rails. He's going to end up with some kind of shot. To play that shot and get stuck behind the 10, very unlikely.
Right.
You know, very unlikely.
Yeah, he's going to hit it low, so.
He might be drawing it 2 rails. If he draws it to the left and then back out across again. Now he played it forward.
Wow, he hit that great.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That was a kind of a crazy shot, but he got a good result, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's almost impossible to get stuck behind the 10 from where he played, you know, from that angle.
Well, that's because the 10 is so close to the rail. So
Yeah.
it's like if you have ball in hand and you try to put it behind the 10, you probably don't have enough room.
Exactly. You can't do it. So he had the green light to go play that shot. Worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
Shaun looks going to take the first match.
Yeah, he's going to take the lead in this set here, 1-0 over Juan Kiamco. Again, we're at Steinway Billiards in Queens, Astoria, Queens, watching the 3rd annual Ginky Memorial, right?
Yeah.
I believe it's the 3rd annual.
And we have my good buddy Mike Fingers and my other good buddy Joe DeVito over here doing commentary. And I'd like to thank all the sponsors that made all this possible. You know, Ron Mason of Gotham City Technologies, NYC Grind, the NAPL, and Predator Q. So they've been with us since day one. You know, this is an official Predator Pro-Am Tour stop, and they've been amazing. So I can't thank them enough. Delta 13 Racks, it's so many. I just hope I don't forget anyone.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And Ozone Billiards. Sean Gargano jumped on board.
Good.
Next
Hey, you
to-
can't have too many sponsors, you know.
Mhm.
All right, we'll see if he takes a little off it. No, he hit that one good. He hit that one full. And it looks like he made a ball, and he's gonna have to play safe off the 1. And he's kind of frozen on the rail right there. It's a little tricky.
Yeah.
You know, if he's going to thin it, he's going to run into the 4 really because he can't put any kind of English on the cue. You know, that's what he's looking at. He doesn't want to go into the 4. He might not have a choice, though.
Yeah, I think he's looking to see if he can get the 1 past that 8. I think that's what's more important because he might not be able, I don't know if he can elevate enough to stop it there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't think
Yeah, I'm not even sure if he can hit it full enough to stop it.
there's not much he can do.
He's probably, use a 4 as a stopper, right? Boom. And then put the cue ball right there. So you just want to make sure you hit it with enough speed so you don't possibly have the chance of setting up that combo.
Yeah.
That's what I call hitting it with smart speed.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. You know, you got to play the ball till it stops moving.
Yeah, I mean, when
You
you
know?
play enough straight pool, you realize when you run into a cluster and then send a ball in front of another ball
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
create another
You
cluster.
tie something up that you can't break out. You know.
Now what about hitting the 1 ball now, bringing the cue ball all the way back to where it is?
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. If he hits it thin enough, he'll stop it near the 3 and the 9. You see? Right there.
Yep.
Near the 3 and the 9. Just needs to make sure he doesn't scratch. But he'd still let him see a piece of the 1.
Yeah. It looked like it rolled off a little bit. You played under Sandy Close, right, Tony? How's it play?
I think he plays great. You know, I think he plays great. I don't really see anything wrong with it. You know, I've been practicing here, the last 3-4 days in a row. I played 3 games of straight pool with Jeanette Lee just to warm up for the World Straight Pool Championship. We had a couple of good games there, and I'm looking forward to it. But I think overall it's a good cloth.
Yeah. Well, it's always good to get new products involved. You know, can't have too many products, can't have too many sponsors. You got to grow the sport.
And what's he going to try to do here? Hit the 1 pretty
He's
square
gonna
off
try.
the rail?
No, he's gonna try to hit the right side of the 1 and send the cube underneath the 293. That's what he's trying to do. That's why he hit it soft. You see, behind the 293. He's just he's a master at those shots. He hits those shots extremely well.
Well, he's Filipino after all.
Yeah. I mean, they kick the
think,
ball like demon.
I think it's a requirement at birth.
He's probably saying right now in his chair, I think I hit that one pretty good. You know?
I played that one okay.
Yeah, he's awesome. Warren is awesome, man. He's a good friend of mine, and I do whatever I can for the guy, you know?
Yeah, he's a great guy. He lives in New York too now, right?
Sometimes. When he's in town, he stays around for a month or two, and he plays here at Steinway, you know?
Wilkie's got to go 2 rails to hit this.
Yeah, when it comes to this kick, forget about trying to play safe. You just want to hit it.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you avoid giving ball in hand.
Exactly. I mean, he's got nothing really to get safe behind. You know what I mean? It's the percentage of him getting safe after this is very low. And like you said, he has to hit it because he doesn't want to give him ball in hand.
Yeah. I mean, he's either going to try to send the cue ball by the 5-8, 6-4, or send the 1 ball up there. That's what he's looking at.
I'd be happy just to hit it from here.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
He's almost a little jacked up over the 2. I'd prefer to hit this with running English.
That's great. That's how I like that.
You know, but it looks like the 2's blocking off a lot of the cue.
Nice.
He hit it dead solid, but you see what I'm saying? He was trying to send it, you know, by the 1. I mean, the 5, 4, 6, 8, but he was hoping to not run into the 8. You know.
Oh yeah.
He sends it by the top rail, but you know.
Very tough to leave that safe from where he was at.
Well, let's see what he's going to do here. He's probably going to go 3 rails. 1, 2, 3. Hit it great.
Yeah.
Like a master, and got perfect on the 2 to break it up.
Should be able to hit the 3.
Well, I mean, if he hits a 9 first, he wants to hit the left side of the 9.
Yeah.
You know, full enough to where the 9 will get out of the way and the 3 will come down, and the cue ball will stop by where the 9 is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Just push it out of the way. Don't even need to move the 3. He knows what he's doing, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's been down this road once or twice.
He's got the speed down pat on this table.
Yeah.
On the other table, on table 14, we have a Dennis Hatch against George Rodriguez.
Yeah, George is playing real good, too.
Yeah, so George is having one hell of a tournament. So the winner of that match plays the loser of this match.
Right. There's a little Filipino behind the back for you.
Yeah, that's Bustamante style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually seen him do that a couple of times during this tournament.
See, I like coming 2 rails on this shot. I always think it's a mistake when you just come 1, because then if you end up hitting it too hard, you give yourself the chance to freeze a cue ball and end up 2 straight on that ball. I always tell my students when I teach them this shot, always hit it with enough speed to just barely come off that second rail.
Right.
That way you guarantee yourself somewhat an angle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's going to miss, but, you know, eventually that catches up to you.
Sure. There you go. Warren's going to tie up the match, one apiece. Yeah, we still got a lot of pool left, folks. Lots of pool left. We got this match. We got another match after this, which I think they're going to air. Right, the winner of the Dennis Hatch match. And
Yep.
George Rodriguez is going to
That
play
is
the
correct.
loser of this one. That'll be streamed. And then after that
The final.
will be the final.
And the finals, 1 race to 15.
Race to 15. That's like a 3-hour set right there.
Mhm.
So don't go anywhere, folks. We got hours more of this stuff. And then after that, tomorrow starts the straight pool. Good day to be in New York. You know, good week to be in New York, folks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a phenomenal week to be in New York. You know, with the
Yeah.
Steinway Classic and then the World Straight Pool. They just finished putting up the brackets for the World Straight Pool. So there's a lot of excitement here. There's a lot of people here tonight
Yeah,
watching
the
the
world's
matches.
best players are right here. You can't be anywhere else on the planet and get better players. Can't do it this week, folks. All right, let's see. Let's see what Warren does with the rack here. Looks like he's
Oh,
gonna
the one ball somehow found its way down there. You don't see that happen too
No,
often.
not too often. But he put the 8 down. 8 got kicked in, so that worked out pretty good for him. I think he's got a shot on the 1. Looks like he can get past the 2.
Yeah, he shoots these shots very well, and if he makes this, he has automatic position on the 2. The 2 look like it has access between the 3 and the 4.
Absolutely. If he gets on the 2 right here pretty good, I don't see any issues.
Oh, he missed it.
Yeah.
Do you see him lifting up his bridge on that
Yeah,
shot?
I was going to say he did something. It looked like he poked at it or something. He did some kind of mechanical issue.
So, Mike, do you play safe here? Do you go for the bank?
I got to play safe here. You bank it towards the 3, and then you just come down here between, try and get on the 6.
I like that safe better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like that safe better because you have a chance of putting the cue ball. Had he hit it a little harder and put the cue ball like right in between the 10 and the 9, now it's tougher for him to kick and play safety.
Right.
See, over here, he at least can hit the 1. If he hits it solid enough, you end up leaving the cue ball behind the 2.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good safe, but he came up a little short from it being a great safe. And this is what happens. Well, it
He
leaked
almost
out,
got
but it didn't have to leak out.
Yeah.
You know. Still, what do you do here? What do you like from here?
It's tough to tell from here. I don't know if he can see enough to go back and forth and leave the cue ball like behind the 10. I don't know if he can see that side. See, like behind the 10.
Right. That's what I was just thinking.
He hit it great.
Just like that. Nice.
Perfect. Perfect shot. I don't know how he's going to hit this.
Yeah, this is a very, very tough hit. The only way I can see him hitting is if he hits 3 rails right before the side pocket. He has just enough room to do that.
Can he get there, though?
The 2 ball, yeah.
He's got a masse. Yeah,
He definitely. I can see it from here. You see, he has plenty of room. You see that?
Past the 10, yeah.
He has plenty of room. So he goes 3 rails, hits the 1. Ooh, missed it by a
just
hair.
missed it.
I think he tried a masse. Maybe he didn't have enough room.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a really nice attempt.
Well, everything's pretty much wide open right here. If Shaun can just bear down a little bit and get good on the 2, the rest of the rack is wide open.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if the 5 goes past the 6, but I mean, he can definitely make it in the side.
Yeah,
or
he's
in the
playing
corner.
in the side. Yeah, he don't need for that to go past. He'll play that right in the side.
Yeah, see, I'd rather end up on the right side of the 4, like all the way to the right of the table, so that way I naturally, you see, that's what he's looking at. Naturally go 3 rails between the 5 and the 7, you know?
Yeah.
And the more cut you have on the board, the more natural the angle is. Yeah, I don't know if he's looking at the possibility of just leaving the cue ball in the spot.
I'll be honest with you. I kind of like playing on the left side of the 4 ball a little bit, just playing a little bit of bottom right.
Right.
Because you're coming between the 5 and 7 towards the 10, let's say. There's no distractions. There's no anything. If you play it your way, he's got such a small window to get between the 7 and the 5.
Yeah.
or past the 7. You could hit the 7, you could hit the 9. I mean,
And that's what makes this game so beautiful, Mike. See, because
Oh,
for
sure.
me, I don't hit that shot as well as I would hitting the other shot.
Right,
the other
right.
shot, I feel supremely confident going between the 5 and the 7.
exactly. Then that's
And
the one that you
that's the
play.
beauty of the game.
Yeah, sure.
You know, like I once saw a match where I saw Mike Siegel, Nick Varner, and I think Buddy Hall doing commentary. And when a certain situation came up, Mike Siegel said, "Well, I would shoot it like this." Nick Varner said, "No, I would shoot it like this." And Buddy Hall said, "No, no, no, I would
Yeah.
shoot it like this."
You're all wrong.
You know, but they're
Yeah.
all right
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
So it's more of a preference thing.
It's whatever you feel comfortable with.
He hit that one on the thick side, which means he needed to hit it a lot harder. Well, a little harder.
A little bit harder. He's okay from here, but need you soft roll this in? You draw it? You play a punch it? Stop shot?
You know what? I mean, I'm looking at the angle from here on the actual table itself. All he has to do is just cinch it in with follow. Just barely come off the rail. He's fine. He doesn't have to do anything fancy at all.
Right.
But, you know, some players feel like extremely comfortable. I feel totally 100% comfortable, you know, elevating the cue here. But I will not do it unless it's absolutely necessary.
Right.
And that's what he's
coming
doing.
back off the long rail and coming back
Yeah, yeah,
like that.
Yep.
yeah. No, that's a good call, Joe.
Yeah, it gives him more of a chance to stroke the ball and hit it with authority instead of trying to roll it in to keep position.
Shaun is ready to get some.
Oh, he's getting some.
You know that's Shaun
He's-
Wilkie's
he's good.
nickname, Shaun Get Some Wilkie.
Oh, really? Is Shaun local?
Huh?
Is he a local pro?
He's from Maryland.
Maryland.
But I have a buddy of mine that always says hi in the stream every time I do a match with Gail.
Right.
And he happens to be standing next to me. His name is Troy O'Brien from New Jersey. And Troy and I actually used to play in the Junior World Championships when we were 17 years old.
Really?
We played in the Junior World
Wow.
Championships. Yeah. I'm not trying to mess up your action, buddy.
Assassin's calling me out.
No. I'm not calling anyone out. I just appreciate your friendship and the fact that you wanted to take the time to come down here because I have a great deal of respect for his game and more than anything what he does. You know, he's a firefighter.
All right. Let's see what Wilkie does with the break.
Well, he didn't make anything
No,
there.
didn't make a ball. And
And you know how deadly that is in this game, Mike.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You could be playing lights out, but if you don't sink a ball in the break,
Doesn't mean a thing.
you lose.
And Warren's been shooting great this whole tournament, so I can easily see him probably run this rack out.
He could, yeah. The only real difficulty is the 5 area where the 9 is, you know. But if he gets straight in on the 5, the 6 is in the lower left. It shouldn't be too much of an issue.
He's always been one of my favorite players. Hey, you should watch him play straight.
He's going to play the 2 in the corner and stay up there for the 3 on the side. Yeah, I don't really see any issues right
I was
here.
thinking the same thing. I don't see any problems here. You know, the 3, the 4, then the 5. You know, once he gets rid of the 2, the center of the table is open.
Right.
So once he shoots a 3 and the 4 in the corner, he just comes one rail for the 5.
Yeah, and as long as he gets straight on it, he doesn't have to worry about the 9.
Yeah, and even if he ends up with an angle, even if he ends up where the cue boy is now, when he shoots a 5, he can just come off the rail and come out for the 6, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. He'd be low enough to not hit the 9. But yeah, like I,
I don't
said,
think he
that's
likes where he left that cue ball for the
No.
4, though. Yeah,
he's going to have to come 2 rails. And he's got to now watch out for the 7.
he was a little timid with the stroke there.
Well, he was good enough to hold it 1 rail.
Like you said, he's got to watch out for the 7. You know how fast these rails are.
Now what do? You back up a little bit? You just stop it? You roll forward some?
What
You know, I
about
just
follow?
back it up a bit. Well, yeah, that's a good call there, Joe. I didn't think he could do that because My concern is if he didn't hit it hard enough, he has to worry about avoiding the 10 ball.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only bad thing. He might be better off now. I mean, I don't know if he can hit it. It doesn't look from here like he can hit it full enough to just draw it between, you know, the 10 and the 9 to get straight enough on the 7. He might be able to just go underneath the 10 and come straight out by where the spot is and take a longer shot on the 7.
Yeah, he might be able to do that. He might be able to.
You know, a lot of times you watch players lose a match or a game because they try to get too fancy.
Yeah.
That's a good shot. I like that shot.
Yeah. That worked
Now,
out good
again, I
too.
wasn't sure if he can get past the 10 like that,
Yeah.
so obviously he could. But I like that shot better, actually, because once you hit that second rail, you're going right towards the ball that you're shooting next.
Yeah. Yep. You're automatically in line.
Now here he has to stun it a bit. You see,
Yeah,
that's what happened
yep,
there.
and he
He
bobbled
didn't
it.
cut it enough. But he had to stun it a bit in order to get to on the other side.
Yeah, that was the only bad thing about where he ended up. You know, he ended up too perfect.
Yeah.
You know, an angle either way, he can come forward and get on the 8.
Yep.
And not have to worry about having to pound the 8 across table and back for the 9. That's going to put Wilkie in a great spot to go up another game. That's going to be gift wrapped. There you go. Wilkie is on his way
Man, he
here.
hit that great because he hit it with just enough speed to where he has the angle he needs to
Yep.
get on the other side, but not so hard that he wound up frozen on the rail.
Exactly.
Or it's straight on the 9. Oh, wow.
There you go.
I'm wondering if even he knew that he was going to make that ball.
There you go. Shaun Wilkie up 3-1 on Warren Kiamco. Well,
You know that's not easy.
No. But in order to win a tournament like this, you need two things. You need to be playing great, number one. And you need to get opportunities like you got. You need to get a little lucky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so far, everything's
Going his way.
coming up Wilkie. You know? And we'll just see if he can keep going. But he's looking solid so far. He's looking real solid. And that might be all it takes, just that one little misstep by Kiamco.
But let's see how he breaks him here. Let's see if the 4 or the 9 go in any of the side pockets.
Right.
The 4,
Almost.
went in. And he's frustrated. You can
Yeah.
tell. I don't blame him.
He's
When I was
breaking them
playing
good,
yesterday,
but
yeah, when I was playing yesterday, there were a couple of times that I just broke him dead square, stopped the cue ball dead in the center. Very hard, nothing dropped.
yeah, well. What does that tell you?
Need a break from a different spot?
Exactly. You got to move your break a little bit.
I did. That's a problem. You know, sometimes you move him, you move to the left, to the right, a little closer to
it
the
doesn't-
spot, a little
yeah.
farther, and it's just, it becomes frustrating.
Some days it doesn't matter what you do. But at least you're trying. You see what's going on. You know what you need to do.
Yeah.
And you're making the effort. If you still don't make nothing, well, that's just the way it went. You know, there's no guarantee you're going to make a ball on the break.
Yeah.
But at least if you're paying attention to the table and you're moving around if nothing's going and you're making adjustments to try and make something happen, then you can't ask for any more than that. And that's a sign of a good player. That's a sign of a champion.
Oh, yeah.
Someone who's willing to take, not a risk, but take what the table's giving them and work with it. You know, if something's not working right, if you're not making a ball on the break, you got to move. You got to adjust. You got to be willing to change what your game plan is.
Ooh. He hit that on the thick side.
Yeah, he hit that one kind of rough. You think he plays a combo?
I don't know. I mean, because even if he does, the 7 is, I mean, the 4's going to hit the 7 a little bit on the thin side.
Looks like he's playing it. I think he called it. He might have the 4 in the side pocket and hit a 5 after this shot. No, it stayed right there pretty much.
Yeah.
A little bit thicker of a hit than it looked from where we're sitting.
That's why he probably took it. Right.
Yeah.
Would you go 2 rails with follow? What's up, Joe?
No, nothing. I was just going to go back on the break. You guys prefer a softer break or a harder break on a 10-ball rack?
I like the harder break.
Yeah, I think you have to hit it harder and you get better results. But again, if it's not working, you have to dial down the power a little bit.
Well, I've seen some of the pros use a little bit of a softer break as well.
Yeah, sometimes, like you said, that'll work. You know, if nothing's going when you're really hitting them hard, and that's true too for 9-ball. If you're breaking, if you're really crashing them, and nothing's going, sometimes you got to dial down the power. Instead of 100% on your break, hit it with 70%.
Yeah.
You know, and then see what happens. Work from there. You know.
It looks like Warren's going to catch up here and get another on the board.
Looks like he's got to play this one with just a touch of inside spin. Come off one rail.
Ooh, for a second there, it looked like he overcut that.
Yeah.
A bit, right?
Yeah, he's back in control. I'm going to go out on a limb here. What do you think?
3-2.
Yeah, you can't see Warren missing this one. All right. We got a closer match here.
I think I'm going to have to take a break, guys, because my cough and my asthma is just bothering me too much.
All righty. Tony Robles might step out for a sec.
Do you want to do comment? I'm getting a little tightness of the chest. So.
All right, well, I want to thank Tony for sitting in for a little bit. His commentary is always welcome.
Just a little bit. This is from the allergies.
So Warren's going to break. He's trailing one game 3-2 against Shaun Wilkie. This is the hot seat match of the 3rd annual Ginky Memorial here at Steinway. Full field, 64 of the top players in the country were here for this event.
So Warren's the undefeated player here, right?
Well, they're both undefeated.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is the hot seat match on the winner's side. The next match that's going on the outside table is Dennis Hatch and George Rodriguez. The winner of that will play the loser of this one to determine who gets back into the finals for the whole ball of wax. The score on that table is 6-1, Hatch. So
wow.
it looks like Hatch wants to get this event. He wants to play the loser of this one to get in the finals.
George played a great match before that.
George plays real good. He
Yeah.
played a couple of good matches. He played a real good match against Mike DeShane, beating him. He played a good match against Wilkie. I believe he played Wilkie. It was Hill. And then he played a good match against Mike Davis. So George can play, you know. He's no slug.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed the match with Mika and Johnny Archer. That was a great match.
Oh, that one I didn't say. Was it good, yeah?
That was a great match.
Well, he soft rolled into the ball.
Yeah, create a little cluster there.
Yeah. Now he's got to think about what he's going to do. He's got to play the 3, it looks like, up table past the side pocket. If it's frozen on that rail, he's going to try and get the cue above the 3. But if it's not frozen, he'll just roll across and play the 3 straight up. Yeah, it must have been frozen on that rail. A little bit of an angle.
Now, is that the 4 ball all the way up?
Yeah, yep.
So what are you going to do here? A little low right?
He's got to play low right, exactly. But he's got to watch out what he's going to do a little bit. He might have to play 2 rails. If he tries to spin it too much just to play 1 rail, he risks throwing the 3 ball.
You're right. Try to get between the 4 and the 5.
Yeah, 2 rails exactly. Right between the 4 and the 5 would be perfect. More control on the cue, easy to pocket the 3. He does have to stretch, so.
Which makes it tougher.
Oh, yeah. That's going to ramp up the difficulty level.
That's why he's thinking about it.
Going to get the old extension out.
For me, this is one of the nicer looking shots, pool.
Yeah. Yeah, when you play this one right.
A little low right.
Yep.
Make the ball spin.
As long as he doesn't hit the 9, even if he hits the 9, I got news for you, he's probably going to try and hit it. Not that he's trying to hit the 9, but based on how he's playing this with bottom right, he's going to hit it
Come close.
on a top side or straight in the face almost. He'll be able to still glance up towards the 4 if he touches the 9. I don't think he will. But with the extension, he's got a stretch. We'll see how this works out. Yeah, he came back a little further than he wanted, but he still got a good shot on the 4. Unless he played it that way, you know. I mean, that was still a great shot no matter how he played it. Now, he can play the 4 and the 5 in the same pocket and come one rail and stay above the 8 maybe and bank the 6.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe draw out of it. Yep.
See, depending on what he wants to do right now, he's going to, if he wants to keep going, I don't think he can go into it. So I think he's got to play it and kind of get to where the 8 is.
On the left side and try to bank it. Cross side.
Exactly. The cue's going to run into the 7. He'll have a shot. Unless he decides maybe to play the combo.
Yeah, I guess that's what he's looking at.
Yeah, it's a little funny. You know, he's got to cut the 6. See, the 6 is going to come towards the 10. And depending on how hard he hits it, he might not have a shot. The 6 might not go past the 10.
Well, if he makes this, he should be able to open up the table enough for him to run out.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, nice. That
Just
worked
like
out real
that.
good. Yep. Perfect. You don't want to be on a rail. He's got a bit of an angle. He'll come forward one rail. Not that he wants to, but, you know, he doesn't have a choice right here.
Well, depending on the angle, maybe even 2 rails, right?
Yeah, if you wanted to force it. That would be the better shot, you know, because he's coming right towards the 9.
But it looks like he's got that angle to do it.
Looks a little shallow. You know what I mean? It looks like he's not going to get down as close to the 10 as he would want. Let's see if he can put a little bit of spin on it. Oh, there you go. That worked out good. He could get down lower than I thought he would.
Oh, he got a little straight on that.
That's
too.
fine. Just from here, you just got to cinch it. Just stop it. The 10 is close enough to the pocket. You can just roll it right in. See, that's what he's looking at. There's no need to try and, you know, spit the 9 out. It's just a simple stop shot from here. No need to do anything else.
There you go,
Perfect.
just like that. So it looks like he's going to go up 4-2.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He misjudged it. Yeah, that wasn't, wow, that was uncharacteristic of him. He had nothing to do with the cue ball practically. I mean, I didn't think the threat of the scratch cross corner, it was.
Nah, he just missed it. All right, Warren ties it up.
Unless it goes in, if that rolls off and scratches,
Looks
ooh.
a little close.
That would have been something, huh? Warren Kiamco ties it up at 3 apiece. All right, no big deal. Still a close race. Going to 9. Warren's breaking.
A lot of game left.
Tons of game left. You want to make it exciting too. You don't want to see some guy run away with
Hill
it.
matches are great.
You know.
I've seen a couple of them.
Sure.
I mean, the one with Mika and Johnny Archer. Johnny ran out the first 2 racks, and Mika crawled back and went Hill and he took the last match.
Yeah, that's what the fans came to see. You know. They don't want to see a blowout. Good break. Oh, we got a little
the 2.
fortunate with the 2 off the
Oh,
10.
wait a minute,
Here
hold
comes
on.
the 3 though. Last ball rolling.
I don't think you can see that one.
No, he's going to have to push.
Now, would you push it or would you try to jump it and try to make that ball? It looks like it's a straight-in shot.
It does look like it's straight in. If he does make it, he'll have a shot on the 3. The only real problem is you got to figure if you miss, are you going to leave the guy the game?
Right. Well, he's getting his jump cue, so he's going to go for it.
Yeah, he's gonna take the chance. Well, the jump cues these days are so awesome. They're so easy. It makes it so easy to jump the ball. His percentage of making this has got to be in the 70s. There you go.
Shot.
Yeah, especially because he had nothing to do with the cue ball. You know.
Now, you think the 10 ball there at the bottom rail is going to pose a problem for him to get on the 4?
No, to get on the 4. He's just going to roll the 3 in the corner, and he'll be on the 4.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I thought the 3 was on the right side here.
Tough shot. He's shooting over the 5. Yeah, Warren always plays good.
I like his style a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Very methodical.
Very simple. He's not flashy. You know. He doesn't showboat. He does what needs to get done.
Yep.
Which is the way you should play. You know, why take a chance on unneeded risk? Keep it simple, stupid, right?
That's right.
Words to live by.
He's playing on his side now.
Perfect. He's perfect on this. Ideally, he'd like to be above the 8, which he'll do here, and he'll just come one rail. Well, he overstroked it a bit.
Yeah, I think he got a little too straight on that, but he could probably draw it back. A little tough, though, to hold position, right?
Depending on how straight in he is. Yeah, if he's got just a touch of an angle, he can draw it under the 9. He can go forward 2 or 3 rails, too, if he had to. Well, but it looks like he can draw it and get there. Perfect. He left himself a good angle just to get off the rail and come back down for the 9, for the 10.
Nice.
Perfect. And now he's going to take the lead. It looks like in this match.
There he goes.
Yep. Kiamco up 4-3 on Shaun Wilkie. Hot seat match. Steinway Billiards, Astoria, Queens. About 5 minutes outside of Manhattan. No reason not to be here today.
This place is packed.
Sure. Fills right up, man. Next week it's going to get really packed.
Yeah, I was just to say, the week just got started with all the straight pool coming in.
Yep. Early weekdays might be a little light because people are working. But when it gets closer to the end, they all want to watch the end. And then the finals on Saturday, this place is going to be a zoo.
Yeah.
Well, 10 ball went in. Gives him a chance to keep going, but that'll spot up. And he doesn't really have a shot.
No, that's a tough one.
Yeah, he can't really play it. He's gonna play safe. Safety's going to be real tough here because ideally he'd like to cut it to the right with the left-hand spin on the cue and come and get him with the 5, you know, and put the 1 over by the 6 and 9. But with the 4 in the way, And he still pulled it off. Good
Very
shot.
nice.
And he's got him with the 7 too.
Very nice.
Strong. That was a strong shot.
I don't know if he can get past that 8, but otherwise it's going to be a really tough shot.
Yeah, it does look like the 8 is going to cause a bit of an issue. Unless he maybe can see just the edge of it.
Yeah, it's
No,
hard to
he,
see.
it may, I don't know. I can't tell. He might be able to just see the edge of it. Yeah, he could. All right, that worked out. He didn't play the greatest safety, but you know, from where he was, he did the best he could.
Now what would you do here? Thin the 1 and put the cue back down here? Or would you just try to keep the cue ball up where it is and send the 1 ball down?
That's a good question. So he's got to jack up. It's going to be tough to keep the cue there.
I know. There we go.
Tried to
wow,
get him
look
with the
at that.
4, and it paid
What
off.
a
Another
shot.
great shot. Great shot.
I don't think he's got a way to get to that 1.
I think he's got to play between the side pocket and the 5 and come down on it to shorten it a bit to get 2 rails and come underneath the 1.
Yeah, actually, that would put him there. Just going to have to hit it with a little oomph to try to get a rail.
Yeah. Well, I think when he hits it, he's going to have to shorten it. He's going to have to hit it firm to get it to shorten off that first rail.
Well, actually, the way it is, you should be able to hit that bottom diamond here, second diamond, and hit off the short rail into the 1. See where the cue ball's laying?
Yeah.
It splits the table in half, right?
Almost. Yeah, but he'd have to hit almost exactly where the side pocket is, though.
Almost, right.
You know what I'm saying? He's got to play a little bit longer because he can't get there with short. He'd hit the 5. And playing it longer, he's got to shorten the angle up a little bit. Otherwise, he'll hit too close to that the score plate.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it'd be a great shot if he could just clip it, because then he'll go up table. You know, maybe just push the 1 over towards the 2 is a little bit, leave it tied up, and leave the cue ball way up table. But I think he's going to have to come down on it. Unless he's got room to get past the 5, you know, if he plays it above the side pocket.
If he does that, I don't know if he'll be able to hit the 1 ball. I think he'll come right between the 1 and the 10 if he does that. I think your shot, what you said before, was right.
Oh, he might be trying to bend it over the 6. Yeah, he tried to come, I guess, 2 rails the other way.
That was a tough shot any way you look at it.
Yeah, yeah. And he doesn't have to lose with it because the 6-9 is tied up. He's got more than one way to break that out, too, based on where the 5 is.
Even if he gets on the top side of the 3, what is that, 6 ball? What is that ball down there?
Yeah, 6.
It looks pretty straight, if he can get straight on it.
Try and play the 9 down here, down
Yeah.
past the side.
Right.
That's a shot, too, yeah. I'd have to root against that, though, if the 9 was frozen.
Well, you could use the 5 to break up the 6, right?
That, yeah, based on where that is, exactly. I think,
He's just got to come down a little bit way down the table to
Yeah.
get that angle.
he's going to have to really spin it forward. And he did not get there.
Not even close.
No.
You need about an extra 2 diamonds, right?
Yeah. Well, based on where he was, though,
It was tough, yeah.
very tough, yeah. He might have been better off drawing it. 2 rails, maybe 3 rails with spin. But then that's a very tough shot, and you got to go a long distance, you know, and it's a very small window we can get in there and try and break out the 6.
So now what are you looking at? 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 rails?
No, I think what he does from here is he plays 3 rails, and comes up towards the 6. And then from there, he can play a stop shot on the 6, send the cue ball, send the 6 ball. So he's coming up a little too high from what I thought.
See, I thought I was going to do the same shot, just a little bit longer to get on that side of that 6.
Yeah.
Because now he's got a bank. Well, unless he can cut it in, you think he's got enough room between those 2 balls?
Tough to tell. He might.
That's what he's looking for.
The 8 ball might be giving him a little bit of help.
Yep, look at that.
No, he just couldn't do it. Just not enough.
Nope.
That gives Wilkie a good chance to tie it right back up.
Yeah.
I kind of like stopping it right there. All right, he had a little bit of an angle. That's good because now he can just come 1 rail back up towards the 8. I figured if he had stopped it right there, he can just play it and come 2 rails past the 9, past the 10, or 1 rail past the 10, to get an angle on the 8. But either way, he played it good. I don't see any problem getting on the 8.
Yeah, it should be natural, right?
He just plays this 1 rail past the 9. You don't need to hit it. You don't need to do anything. Just come a little bit past it. He's got a big target area to get to.
So where are you playing the 9? Same pocket or you come
Same
down?
same pocket, yeah. He's going to focus on this one because he had the same type of shot against George Rodriguez on the other side of the table. Same type of shot. All he has to do pretty much is just stop it. And he missed it. So I don't think he wants to see that happen again. He's going to bear
nice little
down.
angle to come off the rail, so he should be good here. Like you
Yeah,
said,
he
just
doesn't
hit it.
doesn't have to do anything really. Simple shot. Touch a draw and a touch of right maybe to help the 9 go in. And he'll be perfect on the 10. There you go.
All right, tie game.
4 apiece. Nice. Now we're getting down to the business end of this set. Race to 5. Both of these guys can run 5 racks. That's no big deal.
A lot of matches have gone this way. It's pretty good stuff this weekend.
Yeah. How do you beat it? If you're a spectator, or if you paid for the stream,
I know.
you're getting more than your money's worth. Well, it looks like they're looking for a ball. All right. I have no idea what the outside score is of the Dennis Hatch George Rodriguez match.
Can't tell either. Dennis is just sitting there watching our match.
Maybe he won already.
Yeah.
Can you tell if he's playing?
No, he's just watching.
Well, he's got his cue in his hand. Looks like he's still playing, but
Oh, yeah, George is racking. Looks like the score is 8-4.
8-4 Dennis Hatch. Yeah, Wilkie hit them pretty good, but he didn't really get rewarded. Or did he? No, he made a ball.
Yeah, he made a ball.
He did get rewarded. All right, good, good. He's got a look on the 1.
It's a tough cut, but it's cuttable.
Yeah, I mean, he might go into the 3. If he plays it with a little bit of right just to control the cue ball, he'll have the 2 in the side past the 4.
Yeah, I was going to say that I think it'll work out fine.
I think that's what he has to do. I think if he thins it without hitting a 3, he's going to have too much speed on the cue ball.
Well, the 3 should hold the cue ball there.
Exactly, exactly. It might even work out good for him because he's going to push the 3 closer to the side.
And come down table and back.
Exactly. Easier for him to get on it after he makes the 2. If he plays this right, that 3 ball will come towards the side pocket, it looks like.
Oh, get in there.
No, he spun out the 1, though. That's all right.
Well, I think he can make it if
Yeah.
he goes rail first on this. A little bit of spin.
Yep, he can play the left side and come 2 rails off the 1. He can play 1 rail off the 1.
Maybe hold up where the spot is.
Yeah, try and come between the 3 and 6.
Yeah.
Or under the 3. That worked out real nice for him. Well, he overstroked it, and he brought the 10 into play. I don't think he's got a shot in the 3. He looks dejected.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I thought maybe he would have had to come up and down.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
You know, I don't think the 8 was that big of a ball.
He
You
had
know,
too much of an angle.
maybe you can see it. Yeah, you could
wow.
see it. Wow, he had just enough. I play this one in the corner. And stay below the side pocket and have that natural angle on the 5 to get on the 6.
There you go.
Yeah, perfect. Just roll this right in.
Right between the 5 and 6. Come back out for the 6.
You can't go wrong here.
A little short, but I think he's good.
Yeah, he might be able to hold it. If not, I like going 3 rails here. 3 rails back out to the middle of the table. No, but he could hold it.
That's good. He should be out from here.
Yeah, it's a stop, stop, stop almost. Or stop, stop. Perfect. I think he just rolls up a little bit, plays a 10 in the upper left. Doesn't need to do anything else. Well, he had a little bit of an angle. He plays in the upper right. Proves me wrong right after
I was going to say that yeah.
right after I went out on a limb there, you know, and gave my prediction. All right, Warren's up again on Wilkie. 5-4, race to 9. Winner side finals. I believe Dennis is still playing.
Yep.
His match. He's looking to close out George Rodriguez.
It's 8-5, George. I mean,
8-5 Dennis. Well, Dennis needs to win that set. You know, that's not over just because he's got up 8-5 on George. If Dennis don't pay attention and close that out.
That's one of the things I like about George. He's got that fire in him.
Oh yeah, he
can come back.
He don't give up, you know. They just keep coming at you.
10 gets spotted.
Yeah, excellent break by Kiamco.
And he's
10
got a
comes
shot on the
down.
1.
Yeah.
Looks like a pretty open rack here, no?
Yeah, the only issue really is going to get on the 2, and he can do that right now.
Well, 2 rails, right?
He can go 2 rails. I like bottom right, to
Come
be
back.
honest with you. Just come 1 rail between the 4 and 8. But he's going to play 3 rails.
3 rails.
So you had to be so perfect for that, unless you overhit it to play the 2 on the side. You know what I'm saying? That's the shot, because otherwise you're coming across your angle.
Yeah, because that shot now in the corner is a scratch shot.
Exactly. Well, he can cut it in the corner or the side, it looks like, but now he's got a much difficult shot, much more difficult shot. He held that one up real good.
Should be able to just float down.
Yeah, you just play this one rail under the 5.
And where do you play the 5 on this?
Same pocket the 4 goes in. You can almost punch this one rail a little bit up bottom right, just a touch of right to come underneath the 5. Or he can draw it straight back if he wants.
Very nice.
Well, he come up a little short. He's got less of an angle than he wants. He's going to have to pound this a little bit.
Wouldn't draw right and come back in the same place for the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I thought he had less of an angle than that, forcing him to really kind of overhit it. But he played it real good. He's good on this. He's good on the 6.
He's just got to come around the 10 ball, right? Play the ball in the same pocket. Is this the 7 or the 8 down here?
Yeah, 7's down here. He might be able to just stop it.
Okay, yeah.
Cinch it and stay above the 10. Oh, he flirted with danger there, folks.
But that's why I was saying go around the 10, because I thought that he might be getting stuck behind it.
Right.
But I think he might be all right. I can't tell.
I don't know if he can see all of it. He doesn't like it. He might have it. He's going to have to put a little spin on it, though. No, he had plenty ball.
50-yard line.
Yeah. And the 10 ball comes into play here a little bit because he's almost jacked up a little bit.
Yep.
You know, his bridge hand.
What if he draws? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a much longer bridge than he would have liked, but these guys are so used to that.
Very nice.
So used to that. Perfect.
All right, should be out.
Yeah. There you go. Warren Kiamco is now going to go up 2 games on Wilkie. Six for Warren Kiamco. They're getting right down to the nitty-gritty right here, folks.
Once Warren gets going, it's kind of hard to stop him.
Oh, he's a beast. He looks so unassuming, you know. He doesn't have a big personality. He's not flashy, you know. But every time you turn around, there he is. You know, he's always going to the deep end of these tournaments. Well, let's see what happens to that 10 ball.
Dennis Hatch just won.
All right, so Dennis is officially in 3rd place with the chance to continue. George is now in 4th and out. That's 3 times in a row that 10 was going towards that pocket. He didn't make nothing, and he got a good kiss. Wilkie got a good kiss on that 10 with the 1, giving him a shot. He's going to have to come back and forth across the table. He doesn't want to hit the 9. It looks real tough. He should be able to do it though. Looks like it was just a center ball, little above center maybe. Depending on what he sees, he could play a touch of right-hand spin to get away from one of those balls. This is a tough shot right here.
He's got to come back.
You know what a good option would be too from here? Play safe. Bank the 2 across table and go 2 rails up with the cue behind the 8. I know you really don't want to play safe on a spot from here, but
Well, there you go.
see if you
Just
hit
like
it.
that.
He didn't hit it.
Nope.
He didn't hit it. That's the shot though.
He needed to hit the short rail and come up.
Yeah, a little bit. But Warren doesn't have a shot in the corner. He's got to play it in the side past the 6 if he wants to keep going.
It's It's also a little dangerous too, right? Can kiss off the 10, the way the tangent line is of that cue ball.
I don't know if he can get to the 10 from the 2. He might have to go rail first to hit the 10. No, he might have played safe. Which, if he did, it was a poor safe because Wilkie's got the ball. But again, it was a difficult shot from where he was, you know. All right, what I think Wilkie can do from here, I would prefer if he played it one rail past the 9. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just trying to baby it and roll the 2 in.
Yeah, I'd hit off the rail and come back
exactly.
and hit the 3 in the same pocket.
Exactly. Come back past the 9 and have yourself a cut shot on the 3 instead of trying to just kind of soft roll it or play it with the bottom right or something.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a little. He made it, but now he's still got a cut shot. But now the 9 is in the way a little bit. He might be jacked up a little bit. Yeah. Get away from the 9. There's no reason that he didn't have to be above the 9 right there. Easier shot, better control with the cue, easier bridge. Now he's got to come between the 5 and 9 almost, it looks like, to get back up on the 4. I don't think he can draw it under the 7, you know, go 2 rails behind the 7. You know, if he comes this way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to illustrate with my finger on the screen there, but based on where he is and if he's got to jack up.
Well, he probably can't get to that spot in the cue because of that 9 ball.
That's what he's got to play. But
what about top right? Try to.
I don't think he can
straighten it out.
I don't think he can get to the top right based on a 9. I think it would be too difficult.
There we go. Oh.
Yeah. He might be lucky he can just see the edge of the 4.
Now, what would you do here with the cue ball? Put it behind the 8?
No, I think he's got to put it behind the 9. I don't think he can hold it. I don't think he can see enough of the 4. You know, if he banks the 6 kind of past, if he banks the 4 past the 6.
Right. It's a thin cut. It's going to run.
Exactly. That's what I mean. He's got to try and get him with the 9 instead of the 8. Oh, he just really thinned it and came down long. Look at this. He's going to get him great. He's going to get him great with the 7-5. Nice shot. That's a game winner right there.
Well, Warren might get his jump cue here.
No, I don't think he will. I think he plays it one rail below the side pocket here. He's going to get his jump cue. I'm kind of surprised. What do you think? He tries to make it, or what do you think he's going to try and do?
If he tries to make it, it will bring the cue back where he's got to be here. If not, he's going to try to play safe with it. But I think he's going to go for it.
Yeah, I think he's got more control if he tries to kick at it, if he's going to play safe.
It might be a two-way shot for him.
See, and he hit the 5.
Yep.
Well, that helps out Wilkie a little bit.
Table's pretty open here, so.
Yep.
Should be no problem.
No, if the 6 goes past the 8, that's where he plays it. Slight angle, stop it right there, get on the 6.
Get a little straight on that.
Yeah, oh, he can just stop right there. Draw it back a foot or so if he wants. A little bit of an angle, he's good. All right, Wilkie can come back one game here on Warren.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about that. No need to come that close to that side pocket. Well, it looks like Shaun's going to get one game back right here.
Yep.
There you go. Now he's only trailing Warren Kiamco by one game here in this hot seat match. With Dennis Hatch waiting in the wings. So far, it's been a good event, you know.
It's been a great event.
Full field. I heard next year they're going to try and maybe go to a 128-man field to make it a 3-day event.
Yes, that's what I heard as well.
He's got the wait list, you know. He's got people that want to play. See what he can do with the cue here. He's going to have to just control the break a little bit. Maybe take a little bit off it, you know.
He's still breaking from the same spot, right?
Yeah, around the same spot. I think he's got to take just a little bit off it. Warren's not hitting him that hard, and he's having better results.
Yeah, no, he went into it full force.
Yeah, you see, and he's not getting the results he wants.
This is going to get tough on getting on a 2 unless he gets straight on.
No, I don't think he can. I don't think he's going to play to 1.
No. What would you do here? Thin the 1 over and bring the cue down here behind these balls here?
I was just thinking that.
Because if he thins the 1 and brings it over and brings the cue all the way down here off the short rail, maybe he can get lucky behind these balls. But no, it doesn't look like he's doing that.
He had a shot.
Well, that's what I thought he was going to do, but try to get straighter on the 2 before.
Right.
Because that's a tough shot now. He's going to have to go maybe rail first.
I didn't see it in the side. I didn't think he was playing it in the side. I think either way, if he's got to go rail first or if he can make it outright, I think he just plays it just to cinch it because the 3 will be right there in the side pocket.
I don't know if he really can see it full on. He may have to go rail first here. He would have shot it already.
Yeah, that's very possible. I think he plays it rail first, though. Something like this, I'll be honest with you, I think I would play this with a little bit of left-hand spin instead of running English, because I'd want it to stop as quickly as you can off the 2 to give him a shot on the 3. If he plays it with left, once you hit the rail and then the 2, the cue ball's going to go. Nice. Now he's got the angle on the 3 to come up table. He'll come between the 6, 8, and 9 to get on the 4. It looks. No, he don't want to hit the 6. That's the worst possible outcome. My goodness. Oh, he's sick. That's just unfortunate. You know, you can't predict he's going to do that. Playing the 3 in the side.
So he's going to try to kick at this 4 into the corner now.
Yeah. He's going to hit this with a little pace. Because if it does go in, he wants to be able to get out and get a shot on the 5. But depending on what he did, if he
may have to reshoot this guy. Okay, see it?
He might. If Wilkie can see it, he's going to take it because getting on the 5 shouldn't be a problem. 1 rail underneath the 10, past the 10.
Right.
And he'll be on the 6, good to get on the. He'll be on the 5, good to get on the 6.
I think this is a little tough getting to the side because he's got to see that right side of the 4 ball, right? He's north of that pocket. He's jacked up.
Yeah, I don't like what he's doing here. He might have to just clear a sliver at a 9.
This is crazy, but what do you about calling the 10 here?
Nah, well, no, I don't think you do that.
No.
If he's got to jump a little bit of that at 9, you know what? He's going to take a break and think about it. So everybody else is going to take a break. All right, it's a difficult shot. I mean, maybe you give it back to Warren. You know what I mean? He missed the last jump shot he played.
Yeah,
He
it's just
fouled.
in order for him to make that ball, it looks like he's got to get on that right side of that 4 ball. And I don't think he can. That's why he was jacked up.
Yeah. If you do try to jump just a little bit of that 9, you got such a far distance to go to get over that 9. That cue ball is going to be hot when it comes down.
Yeah,
There's no guarantee he'll keep that on the table even. You don't want to slow masse it because you might get stuck behind the 5.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a tough spot. I mean, unfortunately, you might want to give it back to him. You hate to give a guy like Warren, a shot back.
What about a cross bank?
That's an option too. That might be the best of 2 evils here. That might be the best of 2 evils. Q's going to go into the 10. I don't think it can scratch in the side.
This is the only angle
Off
we got
the
going
10.
right now, right?
The only one that's really going to give us a decent look at what's what.
Yeah.
You see, I mean, he might have the cross. But it's tough. You want to give a guy like Kiamco, you want to give him the keys back? Let him drive?
Well, this shot actually I might. This is a hard shot.
That's what I mean, right?
I mean, you just need to make one mistake and open it up, and the
Well,
other guy comes out and runs out.
That's just it. This might be the mistake. You know what I mean? This is right here. This is the turning point in this rack, which could be the turning point in the whole set.
I just don't see how he's making that ball on the side. That's a really, really impressive shot if he does.
Yeah, it's tough to see how much of the ball he can see from where we're at.
Well, the fact that he's jacked up, I have a feeling he's going to have to do some sort of masse to get around that 9
Right.
ball.
I don't like that. And if that's the case, I think you got to give it back to him.
He's hot. He's set on shooting the shot.
He's going to try and jump it. He's only got to get over a little edge. Oh, there you go. A little bit of a spin, a little masse. It's kind of deceiving from where we're sitting,
It is.
to get a good angle on these shots. But
Trying to read their language in terms of what they're thinking.
Right. Good. Well, you just got to play this one rail.
Would you play this 1 rail or 2? Come down a short rail, come back that way?
I was just thinking that.
Might be a better way. Oh, put a little spin on it.
Yeah.
Through. That's nice.
You got that real good. Yeah, 2 rails out. Come right towards the 7. I think we're looking at a tie match here.
Yeah, he's looking real good now.
I think he stays above the 9 here. Comes right back between the 9 and 10. Plays the 8 in the opposite corner pocket from where he's standing.
Yeah, he's got either way, though.
Yep.
It's his preference as to what he likes doing better.
I think it's an easier shot playing it that way because you don't have to really dig, the cue ball to get draw on it to stay up.
I agree.
You know, easier shot. Let it do what it wants to do, and that's what I try to tell people. You know, you got to listen to what the table's telling you, because it's telling you what to do. If you can hear what it's saying, you're going to be that much better than the next guy. We're going to have a 6-6 match. Race to 3 with Wilkie breaking.
Who do you think the favorite is now?
Got to be Wilkie because he's at the table. You know, he's breaking. Although you'd have to think maybe he's also the underdog right here because we've been watching him break and he hasn't been successful on the break.
I'm curious to see if he changes his spot.
He's got to do something. He's got to change the spot or he's got to change the speed.
Yep.
I mean, to go down with the shot that's not working, you know, wouldn't be good in my book. You know, you got to make an effort, do something. You can see it's not working. You got to make some kind of adjustment.
He's taking his time now with the rack. Maybe he's thinking that it's got something to do with the way he's racking the balls.
Yeah, I think at the very least he wants to make sure he doesn't slug himself. Which I think all of us have done at one point or another. You know, you need that one last rack to go well, and you slug yourself.
Well, now there's not much time. It's a race to 3, so
Exactly.
if he gets this rack right.
Right, he's
Now
up
he's only
7-6, and he's breaking again.
That's right.
Chance to put himself on the hill, really put the pressure on Warren. All right, let's see what he does, folks. Yeah, I know Wilkie a long time, and I know he's a student of the game. You know, he wants to do better. He wants to learn how to do better. So I think he'll do something with the break, whether he takes a little off it.
Well, he's at the same spot.
He's pretty much at the same spot. I'd be kind of shocked if he hits it the same way again.
Well, he did.
It looked like he did take a little bit off it, though.
Yeah. He made a ball.
He did make
I
a
think
ball.
he made 2.
And he does have a look at the one. Tough shot, but he's got to look at the one.
Well, if he did take off a little bit of it, then I guess that's what he needed.
You always got to do something. There's something that you can do. You know, if it's not working, it's not working. But you have to make an adjustment. You know what I'm saying? Don't go down with a sinking ship. You know, do something. Paddle. Get a cup. Start splashing water out. You got to do something, right? Make an effort.
Now you come back here after hitting the 1, come off the short rail, hit the long rail, and come in between that 3 and what was that 7?
3, 6, and 10.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can. He's a long way off. In order to cut it, the cue ball is going to be traveling, I think. Yeah, see, too much pace on the cue ball to hold it right there. But he left Warren kind of tough. 6 ball's a little tied up. So even if Warren makes the 1, Wilkie doesn't have to lose from here, you know, because the 6 is tied up. Oof. He overcut it, left Wilkie a shot.
That was a tough shot.
It was a tough shot.
50-yard line shots are always tough.
Yeah, you got to watch out for the corner pocket,
Scratch.
you know.
But this one here looks pretty good. He can get that 1, get past, was that 6 ball?
He'll come bottom right here, 2 rails out for the 2. Oh, he overcooked it a bit. Oh, he really overcooked it. That's not where he wants to be.
A little too low, right? Should
Yeah.
be a little bit more follow on that. This way, he's shorten up the angle.
No, actually not enough low.
Not enough.
Because more low would have dragged him closer towards the corner, so he would have come out sharper instead of coming out longer.
Right, got it.
But he should be okay from here. A little bit of right hand spin, a little touch of bottom right, and come past the 8. Now he's got an angle on the 3. Yeah, he's looking now to go into the 6. Risky shot. if he can, what I would prefer would be to go into the 10. Don't touch the 6. Push the 10 towards the side rail. He'll have a shot on the 5, and the 6 should be open. I think if he goes into the 6, he could still come out really good, but I think he's got a chance of getting stuck with the 10 if he goes into the 6 first.
Nice shot.
Yeah, a little fuller on the 10 than he wanted, because now he's a little awkward on the 5, but it was a good shot. He broke it up. He was a little steep, yeah, a little difficult shot on the 5 right here, but
So where are you going with this ball? You going on the top right, or?
I was just looking. Yeah, I think you'd have to go top right. I think you'd have to and come 1 or 2 rails past the 7. I think the best way
What if he draws it over? Just tries to keep the ball hit right between the 8 when was that the 7?
Yeah, I think from where he's at, it's a very, very difficult shot because he's jacked up on the rail. Trying to get enough draw on that would be difficult.
Yeah.
I think he's got to accept a difficult shot after he plays this. You know, 1 rail off, 1 or 2 rails to come back past the 10. I think that's the shot. Even maybe 3 rails if he has to. 2, there you go. Past the 10, he's got a shot on the 6. Now this is a little bit of a difficult shot because he doesn't want to play between the 8 and the rail.
If he gets the ball in the middle of the table.
Middle of the table would be fine. But how do you get it into the middle of the table from here? You know what I'm saying? You got to go forward 2 rails, which is a tough shot because he's got to put a little bit of spin on it. You can play it with bottom right and kind of punch it 1 rail. You know, come across the tail and punch it.
Center ball shot. Go 2 rails.
He tried it to get between the 8 and the rail.
See, I was thinking more of a center ball bounce out a little.
Right.
Get more in the center of the table that way.
Yeah, he had to do something because, like I said, trying to get underneath that 8 a little too risky. He's trying to see if he can jump. I think he's getting a jump cue.
Yep.
I don't like this necessarily.
What other choice do you think he's got?
Well, you know what you can do? Roll the 8 up onto the 7.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Safe. Give him ball in hand.
Give him ball in hand. You can't be worse off than where you are right now.
Yeah.
And you don't lose. You don't have to lose from here. If he plays the jump shot, number 1, he's got to get over the 8. He's got to hit the 7 and stay on the table. He's got to leave him so that Warren doesn't have a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of things have to go right in order for him to be successful right here. I'm not saying it can't happen. It's a difficult shot.
And he's got to get up pretty quick. That 8's pretty close to the
Right,
cue
because
ball.
because he's real close to the cue. And he's got to get a favorable roll a little bit off the 7. If he comes too far out towards the center of the table, he might not be able to cut the 8 in the corner. You know, the side pocket might be there. He might scratch off the 8 into the side pocket.
He's calling a 7.
And plus, he's got to stretch a little bit. You know, he's leaning over the table a little bit.
Yeah, you can't get behind that cue nice and straight.
Exactly. This is going to be a very, very difficult shot.
I think he almost has to get like 1 leg on that table to get behind that stick. To get nice and straight. No?
Yeah, he's going to reach. He'll be able to reach, but he's at the limit, though. This is where it's a little uncomfortable. Well, he was fortunate there, but now he's going to have to play it safe. Unless he played safe. I think he would have shot at it.
I saw him call the 7 in the corner.
Yeah, but I think Warren doesn't want to give him a chance to get back to the table.
He played it safe right back.
Warren says anything
Nice.
but shoot again, you know, at an easy safe.
Should we play safe again and swap spots? Keep the
Yeah,
cue
he'd
ball
have
up there
to.
and put the 7 down here.
He'd have to. Again, this is a difficult shot because he's got to hit the 7 full, you know, to come straight back down the table. But he's also got to get the cue out of the way.
He's got a
So he
little
doesn't
bit of
hit
an
it.
angle, just a little bit of an angle.
Exactly. He should be okay. He should be able to play that shot. But he can also thin off the right side of the 7, maybe, and get him with the 8. That's a difficult shot. If that was the case, I think I like playing the left side of the 7 and coming to try and get him with the 10.
Yeah, what about hitting the right side of the 7, put the cue there, have the 7 bounce off the short rail and get behind that 8? Or is that a little too tough?
Well, it's not a bad shot. I don't know if he'll be able to get behind the 10, but he should be able to. He might just decide to bank it. You know, similar to what you were saying, but if he banks at it and he comes back towards the 10, he might be able to cut the 8 in the side.
I don't think he called it. Did he call it? I think he did.
I don't know what he did.
I think he called the side pocket.
You think he called that in the side pocket? Wow.
It looked like he did.
Gutsy shot, man. That goes in, the roof comes down. People will be howling if he makes that shot. Worked out pretty good, though, because Warren's got a shot, but now he's got difficult position. It's a hard shot, and he's just got to roll up.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to be far away from the 8. Like I said, the side pocket might be a factor.
Should he just roll up the cue ball and try to get straight on the 8?
Yeah, he's got no choice. All right, now I don't think the side's in play here. He just has to roll it in. That was a good shot.
Yeah, and just stay there for the 10.
Yep. Center ball, just roll the 8 right in. Almost play a stop shot too, I think.
Nice.
There you go. Warren's going to go up 7-6 on Wilkie. Race to 9. There you go. Yeah, that was an aggressive shot if he tried to play that 7 ball.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it.
But then again, you know, there's only so much you can do from there. That's why I said maybe he'll try and bank at it. You know, if the safety's tough and the shot is tough, play the shot.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll give you a chance to win at least.
I was surprised he wasn't trying to bank into one of the corners. You know, you have a nice open mouth to that pocket.
Yeah. Well, looks like Warren's going to take a timeout. We got 2 more matches after this, folks. And what is it, 11:30 already?
It's already 11:35, yep.
And then the finals are extended race to 15. Wow. You're looking at 3 o'clock. Thank God I'm on vacation next week. That was one of the real pain in the ass things about trying to play these type of tournaments on a weekend.
Wonder if any of these guys are playing at straight pool tomorrow at 12:30.
Oh yeah, Wilkie's playing. I think he doesn't have to play until 2 o'clock though. And I don't know if Warren plays straight pool. I don't know if he's in the event. He might be, but Hatch is definitely in the event. That's the only bad thing. If he's got to play tomorrow at like 11 or 10 o'clock in the morning,
That sucks.
and you don't get out of here till like 3, maybe 3:30, you get to bed by 4, 4:30 till you fall asleep. You got to get up at 8 or whatever to get ready to get down here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal.
Drinking a lot of Red Bull.
Yeah, that stuff's not too bad. I don't really drink it, but I tasted it one day. I'm like, oh, this stuff ain't too bad. You know.
I went to Vegas on a trip once, and a friend of mine says, "Hey, did you ever try Red Bull and vodka?" And I said, "No." So I had about 6 that night. I didn't go to bed. I think it was like 26 hours straight. I couldn't sleep.
Oh, my God.
I was looking at the clock at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's... everyone's doing it, though. That's a big drink.
All right, so Warren's back.
Let's see what he can do. If he can put a ball down like he's been. He's breaking from the side. He's been sending the 10. He made the 10 ball twice already. Doesn't count, but it gives him a chance to keep going, though.
He's going to come up dry.
He's going to come up dry. You got a,
No, we got 10 ball.
you got a friendly nudge off the 3. The 1 does have a pocket, and the 10's hanging.
What is that, the 8 ball down there by the 10?
Yeah.
It looks like it's a race to the 8.
Yes, it is. Wilkie might play a little safe right there. Get him with the 6.
Yep.
Not the greatest safety. Warren's got a 2-rail kick at it, and he could call the 10. I'd call the 10 from here.
Yeah, I was about to say, if he misses, you got a 110 shot there.
He's got a lot of ways that the 10 ball can go in. One goes off the 4, one can maybe go off the 7, maybe can go off the 2 maybe.
Well, it looks like there's a clear shot from the 1 into the 10. If he doesn't make this shot, Shaun's got a really good chance of tying it up.
Yeah, but I believe Warren is at least going to hit the 1. You see?
Oh,
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
See, there's so many ways that the 10 ball can go in. That was unfortunate. Warren Kiamco on the hill, folks. What a shot. 2-rail kick at the 1.
So Warren's on the hill.
He didn't get him good enough with the save. If the cue's an inch further to the left, he can't play that 2-rail shot. He can't play the 2-rail shot. And I think that's about the most excitement I've ever seen out of Warren.
But he hit that real good.
Oh, he hit it sweet. You expected him to hit it good, you know, at least in the area.
I mean, even a little bit off, he wouldn't have gotten that shot in.
That's why he's a killer. All right, now let's see what that does to. And he changes his break.
Yeah, he did. He was from the side.
Why
before.
would he change his break all of a sudden?
I don't know. Unless he's got some secret break now.
Oh, he did
He
make
made a
the
ball.
3. Oh, and the 2 almost helped Shaun out a little bit, but
Yeah, it was amazing.
no. Warren's got an open shot on the 1. It looks like he can come forward and get the 2. Or maybe he can draw back a little bit and get the 2. Either way. Oh, we want to come back a little further than that.
Yes, he did.
I think he's got to roll this one into the bottom right-hand pocket and get between maybe the 4 and 6
Yep.
to play the 4 on the side or the upper corner. Or unless he wants to maybe punch it in the bottom left with the bottom left English to come 1 rail. There's a bunch of things he can do. But if he wants to keep it simple, just roll it in the bottom right. And he'll have a shot on the 4 next, either in the side or the corner.
It looks like he's drawing it.
And he did come off the 6 a little bit. If the 5 goes off or past the 7, he's in pretty good shape here, actually. I mean, he can just play it in the upper right-hand corner and drift past the 6. If 5 goes in the side, then from there, I think it's game over.
Well, it looks like This is a pretty important ball here. It all depends on how he gets on the next ball.
Yeah. If he can just drift up past the 6. Oh, he decided to draw backwards. Beautiful shot.
That's a very nice shot. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, me neither. I think he just plays a stop shot. He might even roll forward and hit the 10. Oh, he really pounded it. He wants to come down under the 6.
Did he get there?
No. He's short. Come up a little short. He can cut it.
Yeah, it looks like he definitely can cut it, but that's not what he wanted to
No,
do.
no, because you got to let the cue fly around.
Yep.
Oh, either that or put massive amount of inside spin to keep it below the 7. You know, which you risk missing your shot that way. You overcut it. Oh, and it still fell. Oh, that looked like it was going to stay out. Looked like he was going to miss it.
I think he had just enough enough speed on that.
Catch the point.
And what do you do here? A couple of rails. You got some
He's
traffic.
going to have to. He's going to have to. It depends on the exact angle that he has. He might have to go forward 4 rails past the 8.
Traffic.
Oh, you got a
look
great
at
nudge
that.
off the
Look
10.
at that.
That's about it, folks. That worked out real well for Kiamco. And I think Warren just comes 1 rail straight across the table, plays the 10 in the corner.
I've earned a lot more respect for Warren after watching him play in this tournament.
That was a great shot, too. Yeah, I'm telling you, he's nothing flashy, nothing fancy. There you have it,
There you go.
folks. Warren Kiamco is the winner over Shaun Wilkie, 9-6. Don't go anywhere, though. Shaun Wilkie's going to be up next playing Dennis Hatch to get back into the finals against Warren Kiamco. So we're going to reboot, set things up here. Don't go anywhere. We got more great pool coming up, so stay tuned. We will be back in a minute.
Hey folks, Upstate Al right back at you. As you can see, the next match has been set up already. It'll be Shaun Wilkie versus Dennis Hatch. And the winner of that will have a shot at Warren Kiamco, who's sitting in the hot seat. But right now they're going to run the raffle off. They got a few shirts. Those are the official Steinway Classic shirts produced by FA Clothing Line. If you would like one of those, you can send a message, a private message, or any way you can to Brian Russell on Facebook, and he will make plans for you to purchase one and shipping the whole 9 yards. They come in all different colors. Those are not the only 2 colors. And then right after this, we're going to run into another match. There you see the Allison Fisher of NYC Grind just passed by, and the 2 trophies right down there are the official trophies for the Steinway Classic sitting on the table. And that's Claude, who actually does some work for NYC Grind. He is a photographer, helps out in the pool world. And as you can see, the pool room is still packed. Jerry Tarantola, we got him on camera. We like to get Jerry on camera because he's usually behind the camera. So we get some video footage of Jerry strutting his stuff right across the front of the table. And if you want to know NYC Grind, it's nycgrind.com. They cover a lot of pool events. And Megan Fort, people are still purchasing raffle tickets. There's like a cue stick, shirts, and I don't know what else in prizes, but it's a beautiful cue. It's a Predator cue. Let me go out there 1 second. Let me see if I can get somebody to put this stick out there. And there's the Predator cue stick that they're raffling off.
And that includes the Steinway Classic shirt as well. Or your choice, regular Focus Apparel shirt or Steinway Classic shirt.
We're getting help from all over. You can see tickets are still being put into the fish tank for this queue. It's like a $1,600 queue. And as this is going on, we want to thank some of the sponsors of this event. We'd like to thank Gotham City Technologies, the IT guy to go to. If you have any kind of problems with your PC, whatever device that you're working with, you want to create a website. They're making websites, producing them. They're also actually hosting websites. That's Gotham City Technologies. And FA Clothing, the official clothing line for Steinway Classic and many other tournaments around the metro area. Brian Russell. AZ Billiards, azbilliards.com, the world's largest pool and billiards website. You can become a member for free. It's azbilliards.com. Simonis Cloth, one of Upstate Al's sponsors, along with Aramis Ball and the Kings of Vapor. Kings of Vapor have been sponsoring many, many players. They also just opened a pool room in Ohio called the Kings of Billiards. along with the TAP League, the best amateur league in North America.
Shirt of your choice. All right, let's go. This is for the cue.
And we have to thank Steinway Billiards for hosting this, and we got to get back to the screen because they just picked a ticket.
Andre Ramos.
Andre Ramos just won the queue.
Right, it's 316990. Kiara, one more, please, for the shirt.
Andre Ramos has just won the beautiful Predator queue. And now they're raffling off a shirt.
The number is 316812.
That's Mr. Tony Robles calling out the ticket numbers, standing off camera.
Tickets, right? And also to Manny, George, Anna for their support in this tournament here. This was a very big deal in the tournament and huge success. And we hope to see everyone at the swimming pool this week, so please feel free to stop by and support your favorite player.
And that's Megan Fort, young lady there, Shaun Wilkie's girlfriend, who's been handling the door admissions here into Steinway. You see Mike DeShane sitting in the back there with Joey Dupuis from Providence, Rhode Island, in the red shirt, sitting there at the table.
Okay, so before we start the semifinal match, I would like to give a special thanks to William Finnegan. William Finnegan is the one that made this Steinway Classic come to life. So let's have a round of applause for William Finnegan, who's the one that made this all possible. And Al Leon and NYC Grind for the incredible, amazing job that they've done for this event. You guys deserve a round of applause. You guys worked very hard. Also, Jerry Tarantola and Allison Fisher. You guys deserve a lot of credit for all the work that you put into this sport, so thank you very much. So on the TV table, we have in the semifinal, Mr. Shaun Wilkie versus Mr. Dennis Hatch. It's going to be a hell of a match, and the winner's going to play Warren Kiamco in the final and the race to 15 for the championship. So thank you and enjoy.
Okay, folks, this is the next matchup. We got a quick intermission, and we're going to let the players relax a couple of minutes, and then we'll get underway. So please stand by. And while we stand by, I'm just going to let you guys see a little bit of the room and the spectators. And we'll be right back at you. Thanks for standing by.